Hey guys, how's it going? Stonehenge 2 here with the Alliance Celestial Avengers. Today I'm covering war number 10 of Season 56. And today we are facing up against LVT. So my team is going to be Gentle, what's her name? Dazzler, and someone else I've already forgotten. I was initially going to use Dazzler here and then figured that the what's it called, not being able to parry, and then the bleeds might stack up from baiting heavy, so I decided to just go with Gentle since he's bleed immune. He should have plenty of damage. He's going to be gaining lots of attack from the tactic, and then I wanted to get my 12th muscle mass here and then just drop a special 2. I didn't figure it would do that much damage to me. So I'm going to go in here. I get my 12th muscle mass. I throw my special 2, and it takes off 50% of my health in 2 hits. So it did a decent amount of damage to me, but it worked out fine. I'm going to be using Dazzler on this fight. And I don't take off suicides here just because I'm going to use team health potions. And so her losing a little bit of health isn't a big deal, which also is good because I have Aggression Fury on this node, and I don't like Aggression Fury. The longer fights go on with Aggression Fury, the scarier they get. So it's just going to go in without or with suicides on in the combat regen, and hopefully just nuke it in a special 1, special 2 rotation. So far, he's been pretty generous, and I just dropped my special 2 here, and it is... I think there was plenty of overkill there, if I'm being honest. So, he went down pretty easy. Switching back off of suicides, I'm going to be using Dazzler for the next fight as well. I could have probably left them on, but actually, I really should have left them on, to be honest, because this is... fisticuffs, so I wouldn't have started with the debuffs. So, hindsight, I should have left suicides on for that fight, but oh well. It is what it is. It's just a sassy. I can't trigger Dex, so I'm never going to trigger Mystic Dispersion here. I get guaranteed crits whenever I end my combo with the same hit as the previous combo, so that's not a big deal either. Went for a couple of goofy light intercepts there for no good reason. And then here, just going to push him to special 2. I should be able to heavy counter his special 2, I think. No, I don't do it. Doesn't matter a whole lot. It should just be a special 1, special 2 fight for this as well. Hopefully he throws it before he enters Wrath. That way he's not unstoppable. But he held it right until he entered Wrath. There, I could actually use the miss as a way to hit him even though he was in Wrath. And I dropped my special 2 here. It does a lot of damage and it just kills him. I wasn't actually expecting it to kill him there, but it worked out, so I'm not going to complain. Here, I was really scared I was going to get disconnected. I didn't speed this bit up just to show you how long it was of Dazzler just standing there. But eventually it did pop up and it didn't disconnect me, which was very nice. Next up, so this is Path 6 in Section 2, and I'm going to be taking this future Ant-Man with Dthanos. There isn't really much of a worry to this fight. He's going to get extra power gain from the Conflictor, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to get my Armor Shatter up. As long as I can keep it paused, he's never going to gain his armor ups, and there after the first combo, he's already like halfway dead. Not halfway, but a quarter of the way. Then get some of my Furies up. I'm going to pause my Armor Shatter and everything and attempt to bait out this special 2 and continue to attempt to bait out this special 2 and continue to attempt to bait out this special 2, and I'm going to keep trying to bait out this special 2, and then I'm in the corner, I accidentally parry and he goes red. So yeah, that was unfortunate, but when Future Ant-Man throws his special 3, it doesn't do very much damage, but it's really bad. Because now he has 10 glancing buffs on him. Because my armor shatter fell off because I was trying to bait a special 2 for like 5 minutes. And now I need to either wait out those armors or throw heavy attacks to remove them, which I do get a heavy attack off here, get a couple of them removed. Accidentally parried there, did not mean to. But now it's just trying to wait out the armors a little bit, trying to bait a special. And they're going down quicker than I had expected they would. I didn't glance nearly as much as I expected. But he's still at 50% health. It's almost 2 minutes into the fight. And he's just been not being very cooperative. I throw a special 1 there and everything glances, so he's back up to 7 armor ups now. Trying to bait a special 1 out of him, which he didn't want to throw, and then he finally threw it, which was nice. So he's almost back down to no armor ups. He throws his special 1 there, of course. And here I'm able to get off the last of the armor ups finally. He's going to gain power when I use my counter punch here, but I'm going to just go for it since he doesn't have any armors left. He shouldn't glance as much, and he does end up going down. So yeah, it got fairly sketchy there for a little bit, but ended up working out in the end once I got the armors down. Next up on the first mini boss island, I'm going to be taking this Zola, and I'm going to be using Dthanos here. There's not a whole lot to worry about in this fight. Just keep spacing, but Dthanos heavy gives a lot of spacing, so there's not much to worry about there. I'd also forgot to put on my cosmic boosts for the previous fight, which hindsight was a pretty poor decision on my part. Not even decision, but poor remembrance. So I'm not going to start with my armor shatter here just because, I mean, it's his sig ability. When you have a fight in between, then you start with armor shatter. But if you hit the first hit of the heavy before they get rooted, or for aggression or fight or flight or whatever, as long as the first hit of the heavy lands and it pushes them back with that first hit, the second hit, or they're going to be far enough away that they get rooted or go unstoppable, or you're going to go unstoppable for those type of nodes. So I'm going to wait out this route. He's going to throw his goofy heavy attack. I'm going to heavy cancel into special 1 there, and then try and bait another special. Oh, never mind. I'm going to refresh. So here, he's going to throw a special 2. The disintegration damage from it really isn't that much. Like, if it was a debuff, it would basically be healing from willpower. But there, get a couple of crits on my heavy, which did a pretty juicy amount of damage. And then I'm just going to heavy cancel there. I was going to heavy cancel into Relic and then combo, but he just died. So, yeah, Dthanos is probably the best option for Zola there. He's the best option for Zola on just about any node you can stun, I think. But that went fine. Next up, I'm going to be taking this Shocker on node 40. And Dthanos' panic makes it so the opponent cannot evade. So there's not really a whole lot to worry about here. Just going to medium, light, heavy until I get my panic active, and then I can just do regular combos. So get a couple Furies there. Mainly did that to get the extra hits to get my first counterpunch charge. And bait that special 2. It did a decent amount of damage to the block just because Shocker has super high block pen. But overall it wasn't too bad. Managed to get my armor shatter active there. I've got 5 Furies. Starting to hit pretty good. So after this, I probably just go for it, I'd assume. No, I do bait out 1 more special too. Could have probably just gone for it. That combo into heavy and striker almost killed him. And then just a couple more tabs takes him down there. So yeah, not much to worry about on that fight. Next up, I'm going to be reboosting because we hadn't cleared node 46 yet when I did those first fights. So now I'm going to go ahead and reboost and take node 48, which is a Photon. Going to be using Dazzler for this. There's not anything to worry about in this fight other than, okay, there's things to worry about in this fight, but the main thing is just don't get hit and get Bane on you early on, because it'll do a lot of damage. So I'm going to play it super safe here. I'm going to try to do no intercepts, just bait heavies and punish specials. So here, she doesn't really want to throw it. She finally throws it. It took a few ticks of Bane, but it wasn't too bad. She was pretty nice and willing to throw that heavy there. And then I think I might just go special 2. No, I think I go 1 special 1 to special 2, because the special 2, it's safeguard, so your special 2 is not going to do the big damage that it normally does. I do need to make sure that I don't push her to pure light, or to special 2 and pure light, and then try and punish it, because she will go invisible. But yes, the special 2 with 70 charges did basically nothing, and that's just because it's safeguard. And then, yeah, the rest of this fight is just push her to a special, bait the special, and then punish with my combo. Probably throw... No, I didn't throw a special there. I ended up baiting another heavy. But yeah, Dazzler being able to dodge in pure light makes that super nice, that you don't have to worry about the not being able to get away from her specials when she's got all her furies and her block pen up. So here, just pushing her over special 1 again, get myself another opening, be able to get the unblockable, so I get the burst damage from my basics. And then, once again, next season, or next meta, I'm not sure what it's going to be, obviously, but Dazzler's not going to be quite as good for Photon here, just because she won't have all that red damage on her basics. So it'll be a much longer fight, but I still think she'll be able to do this fight just fine. So here, I think I go for... No, I do bait out 1 more special 1, and then I just go for a combo into Relic, and then finish her off. So, went pretty smooth there. Don't have any complaints about that fight. And then this final fight is Bullseye boss with Gentle. And this is a super simple fight. I'll explain it just a little bit, but there's not a whole lot going on in this fight. So, I'm going to throw a PS1 on, and then go in here. I'm going to parry to start. It's going to give me Unstoppable and, well, I'm going to try to, and Indestructible. Whenever I'm immune to bleed, I gain a Pursuit passive, so Bullseye won't be able to throw a... or won't be able to evade me. I do like baiting the special ones because it does, well, first off, it does like no damage, and then it also gives you an opening to be able to end a full combo, because when you do a 5-hit combo into the opponent, it pauses your muscle mass, and then it also makes it so that whenever he throws a special one, afterwards you're always free to parry and then be unstoppable and indestructible. So it just gives nice, easy, free openings. I think I only did a partial combo there, so my muscle mass isn't paused, but it's got lots of duration on it, so I'm not too worried about it. For Gentle, you only take recoil damage when you have max muscle mass, and technically you can end with a light attack and remove 1 of your muscle mass, so you can always throw your special 2 without max muscle mass. So you could technically do this without recoil damage, but it gives more Daunteds and stuff, the more muscle mass, and there's no chance that I'm going to die in this fight, so I'm not worried about it at all. But yeah, it's just let him hit you and take basically no damage. Like, those blocked special 1 hits are doing like 400 damage apiece, which is about the same as the poison is ticking on me for. So, and Gentle also has 50% increased critical rating during his special 2, but simultaneously 50% reduced critical damage rating, which is a little bit weird, but not too bad. I did fail to do a full combo there, so my muscle mass wasn't paused. And same thing here. I'm not sure why. But I didn't have 12 muscle mass for this one, although I did get several crits still, and it did end up killing. So that was it for this war. We did end up losing. We had a pretty rough war. BG1 donutted, and then BG2, I think I show the stats here. BG2 died. So yeah, BG1 donutted, BG2 died 6 times, and then BG3 died 7 times. So BG1 really tried to carry us, but we were too bad to be carried. But that'll be it for this one. I'll catch you next one. Thanks.